we're back here. We're at the 4.6s. Got Mr. Old Cotton Leathers here. He's going to talk a little bit about some cowboy math on some of the cattle they've got here on our StockMaster. We kind of did a little bit of a video earlier in this field. Talked a little bit about it. Had Mojo on it. Something that we kind of talked about a little bit, Brian, is we found out from Cotton that he had also hayed that Mojo off. And then there came the StockMaster come on running up. So that was something we didn't catch in that first video that we shot. But Cotton, just kind of give me a little background of yourself and what you do here, and then a little bit more, and then some of that good old cowboy math that you were talking about in the truck.
Well, I've been working for the sixes full time for 17 years, and been with them part-time before that. But anyway, been a long time at the ranch, lived at all of them, even the leased ranch in Montana for a while, and they moved us back here. And we here at Frisco Creek, we get all of the, we got all of the yearlings in the fall that the sixes raised. This year, with not having our leased country up north, we just get the yearlings from Guthrie, plus we run some customer cattle for different customers through the summer and in the fall. And so we anyway, that's kind of what our program is here. So throughout the summer, we'll still have some ranch calves here, the light end of things, and then we'll get in customer cattle as we ship them out. So anyway, we'll either buy yearlings or take in customer cattle, and I want to start getting cattle in. You know, we'll feed a few through the winter, but to stock up, we start getting cattle in here long around April, 1st of April, because that's when this grass starts really coming on. And if you wait till it gets too ranked, then your gains go down a little bit for a little while.
Right.
But we run this last particular summer is the first year we've kind of been able to do that because of things we've changed on the ranch. But this summer, I guess I'll put it like this: by the end of December, we'll have turned from say May till the end of December, we'll have turned this year about 11,000 head.
Just a small number, not very many cattle.
And that's typically, depending on what they weigh coming in, that's turning on average a 5.5 to 6 weight yearling into an 8.5 weight yearling. On grass. On grass.
Yeah. And fresh water and grass.
Fresh water and grass only. We are fixing to start feeding the ration. We started today on some of our dry land traps. We won't feed any supplemental rations to anything on grass until it goes dormant. And I don't see that happening this particular year till probably around Christmas.
Yeah. So Cotton, you're grazing these circles of Barenbrug StockMaster. Explain the logic when 4.6s were first sort of thinking about doing this. What was the thought process and kind of the math behind why you developed these pivots, these circles of StockMaster?
Well, my dad designed it, put it together. When Miss Ann bought this ranch, it was nothing but, you know, some old farm ground and hot wire. And my dad designed it, put it together. It was an idea in his head, and obviously it's working. But the water was here, the pivots were here, and he cut it up in quarters because from experience we have at the Dixon Creek Ranch, we've got half section pivots there, and it takes so long in the summers, it takes so long to get around, you kind of lose ground. So these were cut up into quarters, and the StockMaster was put in. We love it. You can hammer it. We run 18 to 2,000 pounds to the acre, depending on if you got some rain to help you and whatnot. But it'll at least do that. Yeah. And so anyway, it was set up to where we could run a lot of cattle with minimal labor. Was the key.
And you mentioned earlier on, you know, us cowboys, we want to know, we like to know what the average daily gain is. And you was throwing off some pretty impressive numbers earlier, and I know you was kind of doing the old cowboy math. That's kind of like I like to do it.
Well, this last summer, we had some customer cattle in. They were just, you know, commodity calves, sale-born calves. Some of them were ranch-raised calves, but we had some customer cattle come in that were about 6.5 weight calves. They were coming off of wheat. Some of them 5 weight calves, but they were coming off of wheat. They were straight, they had frame, they had everything going for them. So with that being said, we got some 3, 2, 3, 4 pound a day gains.
Getting it done.
On a couple sets of calves, and then on straight grass and mineral was it. And then we had some Another set of calves did more around that 2-1, 2-3.
And you say there was more on
They were
number 2
more
range.
number 2 range
Two
calves.
range, yeah. But hey,
But they
number
did
2
it.
range with 2 pounds,
Yeah.
I'll take it all day long in Arkansas.
Ever since I've been here, if we can keep a calf at least 150 to 250 days, somewhere in there, you can figure an average of 2 pounds, and we hadn't been under it yet.
That's amazing.
So,
Amazing.
and in fact, we've been over it most times than not, which keeps us and my customers happy. So.
Yeah, I was just gonna say your customers must be happy with those kind of gains, right? I mean,
bet.
they probably come back every year, right?
And so the StockMaster's been a big part of 4.6s for 7 to 8 years, and you just planted another pivot of the StockMaster this year. And,
Actually, that was last year.
last
yeah,
year?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a year,
Cool.
year and a half
So
old
good.
now. Yeah.
Well, good. Well,
we did this one. We did this one last year.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
it interceded this one.
Yeah, interceded this one last year.
Okay.
This would be the first year on it.
Wow, amazing. Well, we appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.
And it's been a beautiful day to be out here, and we appreciate you.